Death by Meg Cabot. It is about a 16-year-old girl who moves from New York to LA to be with her stepdad and her mum and her 3 stepbrothers. She also happens to be a mediator, which means she can speak and listen to ghosts. And I'm at chapter 11 and it's really good so far. In a house that she moves in with her mum, she happens to stay in the room where there is a boy ghost called Jesse, and she's able to speak to him and vice versa. She also attends a Catholic school, where she's also shares this ability with the father Dominic. I think he's one of the biology teachers. And also there is this girl called Heather. There's one shocking thing in it. You find out earlier on, I'm on chapter 11 at the moment, but we find out earlier on that she committed suicide by literally blowing her brains out, by shooting herself in the head because a guy wouldn't go out with her. So yeah, she's just, as a ghost, just trying to torment the young boy really, and the mediator, Susanna, she's trying to save from trying to do bad. She's also able to speak to her dead father as well, so it's a curse and a blessing to be able to speak and listen to ghosts. So at the end of chapter 11, it's pretty much the gist of it really, to continue doing this with you really, as like a brief explanation about what this book's about. At the moment, Susanna is trying to persuade Heather that she can live a different life, not an old life which led to her suicide, but live a different life. But Heather isn't having any of it at all, so that's why Heather is kind of very angry, an angry ghost. So that's what Susanna's trying to save Bryce, which is the boyfriend, trying to save her. And also she happens to fall in love with Jesse as well, which is the blurb on the back which attracted me as well. And Jesse happens to save the day, so I'm probably guessing that they will fall in love, not just by judging by the back of the book, but let's just see how it goes. So this is the first book I'm reading. The Love You to Death bit, High Stakes, is the second one. Green Angel by Alice Hoffman. It's only 115 pages long. It's only short, but it's a good read. It's a reread. I've already done a review on this a couple of years ago. So it's about a 16-year-old girl who's half blind, who lives on a farm with a family, but suddenly her family have to go missing. It wasn't clear, but there was a war, so she has to live on the farm by herself. I can kind of relate to her because she's portrayed as being lonely and being shy and just surrounded by animals, wanting to like the garden. Though of course I'm an earthy person, though I'm a Taurus, so of course automatically I'm liking to automatic with the element of the earth. Yeah, it's a good little short read. So she goes through stages of grief and loss. And the end of it, it's a good little short book if you want a little read by Alice Hoffman. She's also done Practical Magic. Court, which is the 4th instalment of the Crave series, which it is where it leaves off with the last book, where she sets off on a journey to defeat Cyrus, who is the Vampire King, who is the father of Jackson and Hudson, her mate. So I'm not even halfway through yet, and a lot has happened. So Grace discovers that she is a gargoyle queen. So she is the granddaughter of the unkillable beast, who is the gargoyle king, after being turned human. after she thought that she was the last of her kind, but that happened to not be the case. And also she's the granddaughter of the Bloodletter, who adopted Jackson, and so Hudson really knew his father Cyrus, but Jackson didn't. And we also know that Grace thought she was an ordinary girl, but we discover that she is the chosen, like the chosen trope, really, where she holds the crown, but the crown, she holds the crown, so that would be the source to kill Cyrus, because she discovers that it has the power to take away his power, his abilities, and that's what he's afraid of. And yeah, she's the chosen one, so she is a gargoyle queen, she has abilities, so she isn't just an ordinary girl. Having said that, I am enjoying it, and I really do like the series. I feel like it has progressed from being a Twilight ripoff from Crave, and because of all the adventure that goes on, and it isn't just a love story, but it's more than that. Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff, a new author that I recently discovered. I've already got the sequel, which is the Empire of the Damned. There's going to be a trilogy, just like almost halfway through, but it's about a vampire called Gabriel de Leon who is in search for the Grail. You get to know about his origin story, which is kind of reminds me of the Vampire Lestat, his big origin story, and how he eventually becomes a leader of a vampire clan. It kind of reminds me of a high fantasy series, kind of, and also it has a lot of very crude words in it, which is kind of, it gets, for me, it's not a summer read, but I am still reading it. Since I've got the summer off, that's what I can do during the summer.